So they'll be calling you a radical. This is a real important video. It's the family murdered in Mexico, the so-called Mormon family. And I'm going to dive into this. I know a lot. I could write books about this. This is no just cartel accidental murder. Look, this family, the Allreds, the Chernoffs, they're from here. They're from here. Yeah. You know, LeBaron. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, growing up here in Ogden, I mean, whoa. So the Allreds had a restaurant on 12th Street near my house. They had a big mansion over on 17th, and I had a girlfriend that was one of the Allred girls, you know. He's a polygamous fundamentalist. You know, and then they were in East Lake, and they were in Kaysville as a stucco con. I mean, these people have been killing each other for a long time. And I want to explain how this evolved out of so-called Mormonism, and now we're this, you know. So they're fundamentalist Mormons. Now remember, when the Mormons came out here, they were anti-federal government. Anti-federal government. They came here in 1847. Now remember, everybody says, well, anti-federal government. Joseph Smith ran for president. Joseph Smith didn't come out here. He'd already been killed by other Mormons. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Gave the Masonic signal on the way out the freaking window. You know, he'd shot, Taylor snuck him in a gun and he'd shot twice. So he'd killed the guy before, you know. So the fundamentalist Mormon, you know, they were Quakers, German revivalists, communists, you know, they shared everything, even when I was a kid. But these Mormons who fled Ogden, fled Davis County, ended up in, of course, you know, Colorado City, you know. But this is a different group. This is the Allreds, the Chernoff. These families have been murdering each other for a long time. They've been battling for God's supremacy. So this evolved out of here. I knew lots of them, you know. Remember the shootout at the mall in Phoenix? Whoo, whoo, you know, and what's her name wrote the book. You know, I used to live right next to her out there in East Layton. You know, talked about these murderers, blah, 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 blah. This ain't no joke, but this has reached a new low. I mean, when they killed the mothers and the little children, I mean, they've been killing each other for a long, long time. And by the way, I love how Romney makes a statement. Now, do not forget, the Romney family are part of this group that fled here to northern Mexico. Now, remember, the Mormons, when they heard, started their own country, Deseret. I mean, the forgery capital of the world, the counterfeit capital of the world was here forever because they had their own currency there. And when I was a kid, they still did not accept that this was the United States. They were flag burners from hell, by the way. And I mean flag burners. Anti-fucking federal government as hardcore fuckers you ever fucking met. This was their country. They called it Deseret. By the way, the United States government was actually afraid of them. So this is no just random drug cartel. By the way, who do you think the drug cartel is? How do you think the Romney clan, the Allred, the Chernoff, all these families can live in existence in northern Mexico with these cartels? Oh, who do you think the fucking cartels are? Hello? I mean, you know, it's irony, like I said. By the way, Mitt Romney's not from here, but his family fled. They're in northern Mexico, so I know lots of them. I did growing up as a kid. You know, these were fringe elements then, as far as these families. And I mean, they've gone at it. You know, the prison's full of a bunch of them. By the way, Mark Hoffman did his forgeries here at Weber State. He had a key to special collections. And, you know, selling them. And when he murdered, I see Mr. Mack died, he murdered one of his relatives when they was on to him. So he's doing life in prison. That's the lightning. Now we're all feds, right? So, doing our babies, boy. So the whole clan, I mean, it's incredible irony how this has evolved. You know, they've been at each other's throats for years. I mean, years. So remember the early Mormons had their avenging angels. By the way, Porter Rockwell, which we have a statue on a road named after, was a mass murder. He killed so many, they used to be called the avenging angels. Not only would they murder you, they hung them upside down and slit their throat. Blood atoned them. I'm the descendant of Ike Potter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My grandmother's his last living heir. Spoke all 5 native languages. But this is no random murder, and this has been going on for years. So they had the avenging angels here, and so who do you think they learned it from? Do not kid yourself. This fucking place has got some hardcore fucking roots and battling for fucking God supremacy, I guess. I don't know how and why this feud continues to go on, but it's nasty, and this reached an all-time low. But one day, I think the United States government, I mean, these guys make 10 most wanted lists all the time. I mean, you go through the FBI's 10 most wanted, you'll find these Mormon fundamentalist families killing each other. And they've been murdering each other for a long, I mean, it's nuts. It's crazier than the Hatfields and McCoys ever dreamed of being. So this is no just, oh, the drug cartel. Who the fuck do you think the drug cartels are? Like I said, the Romney family's there. You know, they had their own currency. This was their own country, Deseret, you know, and that's why they never got statehood till January 4th, 1896. They've been here since 47. You know, remember they locked them all up and put them in prison. Puerto Rico, well, I can show you where he used to hide out. I restored the one house where they had the hideout upstairs for him in Willard, Utah. Oh yeah, what's that name? Willard Richards, that's named after. But, by the way, Mitt Romney's real name's Willard. I believe that's who he's named after. I think Willard Peak. But he was born in Michigan. He's the Boston guy, blah, blah. But the Romney family's there, too. And so, and then I want to talk about this quickly, the race bait. Weber State University, a professor who's African-American. He's a debate professor, for God's sakes, using a radical form of debate. Some kid videos it, puts it online, says anti-white freaking. Total bullshit, total race bait, because everybody's sucked in. They got to have a view counts. Well, let me tell you about Google's view count and their AdSense trap. You think it's about view counts, and that's the problem with the YouTube vlogger. I remember the kid that killed himself online. They'll do anything for view counts because they think that's how they make money, because of the AdSense fallacy. This genre's been abused. Retention, whatever. They'll do anything for a view count, and race bait works. So now KUTV here, who came right here, they interviewed me right there, but I had my Austrian hat and stuff on, but I didn't take the race bait. And this is manufactured news. These are manufactured stories. Under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, under the First Amendment of the Utah State Constitution, we have academic freedom on a university. These are adults. You can say whatever the fuck you want as a professor in your class. Students can say whatever the fuck they want. You can't threaten people, but you can sure say whatever the fuck you want. It's legal, legal, legal. Now, do I agree with him? Don't fucking matter if I agree with him, because it's a teaching technique. I mean, that's what your job as a professor, open up these guys' minds, get them in passion, get them going. So they throw it up, and KUTV, of all people, takes the bait, puts it on news. This is a news story? Fuck, they won't talk about Fukushima. By the way, you know, this professor, this young vlogger wants to come on our radio show, KWCR here. I run the show here. You know, you're more than welcome. You know, we'll have a nice, good, real beautiful discussion on this, but manufactured, but these murders are, it's not random cartel. I know lots of the Allreds. Like I said, trust me, I was with one of those girls when we were young. Ooh, wow. You know, I got her DNA all over me, and so she was something, man. And so, I mean, the Chernoffs, the Allreds, you know, they're from Ogden. And so, like I said, he used to have a really cool house. He had a really good restaurant on 12th Street when I was a kid. I mean, all roads lead to Ogden, but it's very sad. They've reached a new fucking low when they start killing the fucking kids. I mean, I don't ever recall him doing that. They killed each other. So, Hoffman's in prison. You know, he blew up doing, you know, lifer with the Lafferty brothers. Remember that case? I mean, all these infamous Mormon murders, I could, you know, remember what's his name down there at the across from the Salt Palace, threw the whole family out of the top of the Shiloh, you know, under these family, the Kool-Aid drink. I mean, fuck, there's so many crazy crimes that's what fucking religion does. But these are fundamentalists, and they base out of the old Mormon way, which Brigham Young coming out here, the Avenging Angels. Don't kid yourself, Brigham Young killed a lot of fucking people. Porter Rockwell murdered a lot of you crossed him. I mean, they wanted your family. This guy would just have a vision and, you know, just take. And the man was to hand over the children and the wife and right out of fucking town. That's the foundation of fucking Mormonism. I mean, it's nuts. These guys, so, you know, they call themselves fundamentalists, and, you know, they say they're the prophet. Allred, you know, Urban LeBaron called himself the prophet. You know, these guys have been going at it for, I remember when this was fucking paramount. Happening right here, they were killing each other. So they've reached a new fucking low. So don't fall for this, oh, the random drug cartel fucking got back. Oh no, oh no. This is a targeted fucking murder. That's what they do. And you don't believe me, you ask the FBI. Like I said, all the stories to talk about here on Weber State, and some kids use race bait. You know, we got a lot of fucking issues here. Strong issues we could be taking. And by the way, race bait, clickbait, fucking all of it, fucking gel bait, all of it. It's a fucking trap. Google AdSense accounts are a fucking trap. Stay tuned.